radio app.
60% of people cheat.
Please, come on.
We go through this every single month.
And the other 40%
Lie about it.
It's time for War of the Roses on 101.3 KDWB.
Fallon said a little while ago, jokingly, she said Dave has been doing War of the Roses for 75 years. And it's actually, now that it's been 20 years or so,
God.
I would love to see a synopsis of every War of the Roses we've ever done, just to be like, oh, wow. Oh, I don't remember that. But I remember there's been some that have just been really simple. Like he's on his phone a lot.
Yeah.
He takes phone calls outside. And then there's been some other ones where he's like, yeah, well, he said he was abducted by aliens.
I just forget, like, immediately. It's like I black them out.
Yep.
I don't even remember what we did last month, last week. I don't remember at all.
Well, let's see if this one is memorable, because some of them are more memorable than others.
That's
like
true.
Nick the Stoner is absolutely
Truly.
a memorable one.
I wasn't even here for that one, and I still remember it.
Caitlin, you know what? I hope in a way, Caitlin, that your War of the Roses is not memorable, because if it's not memorable, that means that it was boring because he's not cheating. So that would be good for you if it's boring and nobody remembers it because he's not cheating. Let's find out what happens. Caitlin, first of all, welcome. Thanks for being on the War of the Roses. We're going to check in to set a little trap and see if your boyfriend Alex is cheating. But first up, we need the evidence. What do you know? What's a little background? Tell me everything you want us to know.
Sure. I've been dating Alex for a while now. It feels like forever, but it's only been about a year and a half.
Okay.
And we don't live together at this point, but I spend a lot of time at his place.
Mm-hmm.
I really just hate being alone. So he
Sure.
keeps me company all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you care for each other, that's a natural.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to come over tonight after work,
Yeah.
or I'll see you this weekend. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Something weird has just been happening with him recently. He's been starting to go to work about 30 minutes early, and I'm all for punctuality. He's been telling me that he's been giving his coworker Logan a ride because their car has been having problems, and I'm fine with that. Like, I didn't say anything about it, but the other day I walked in on him, and he was using the voice to text feature on his phone, and he was saying something pretty dirty.
What did he
say? I love to get my balls licked.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty graphic. Pretty
Can you
graphic.
imagine you walk in on your husband, Jake Fallon?
No.
And he's on the phone doing voice to text.
First of all, I'd
He
be like,
says that.
yeah, no. I'm like, no.
All right, so what is your reaction? Because I can't imagine what you're thinking when you hear him say that.
Well, I was shocked. I mean, he's not the type of guy to be graphic or talk about these things with anybody. So I didn't know what to say, but I asked him, who he was texting. And he told me, it's just Logan. What's the big deal? And I asked him, I was like, why would you be, texting your guy friend that? That's not normal. And he tells me that Logan is actually a girl, and he swears he told me that.
Okay. All right. Now that's a problem. Because
No, you would have remembered if he said it was a girl.
Absolutely. And for him to say that to his girlfriend, is there a possibility that it's just something he's being stupid and dirty, and it's something that I would maybe text to Jake to make Jake laugh or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Dave, Jenny, and I have highly inappropriate conversations, but Jake knows Dave is my male coworker, and he knows Dave and doesn't care.
So you found out two things in an instant. You found out that Logan is a woman, and you just assumed, because, I mean, it's kind of like a unisex name. You assumed it was a dude because he didn't tell you, which is weird. But then you also found out that he's texting dirty stuff to this coworker, Logan, which may or may not be innocent, but honestly probably is not innocent because he didn't tell you it was a woman.
Well, it's pretty filthy. And going in 30 minutes early every day to drive him to work. Yeah, things are starting to add up to be a little bit fishy there.
So what did he say about all that? It's like, it's a woman. You didn't tell me it was a woman. He said, I already told you. And then what happens next?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why he'd be saying this to a man or a woman, but he says that he's pretty close to her and they're just friends, and like they have this type of crude humor. This is just how they talk to each other. And I find it like a bit inappropriate, but the thing is, like, if he's not doing anything, like he's not actively trying to cheat on me, then it's okay. But I'm just wondering, like, what is going on with these car rides? And I want to understand.
Yeah.
Totally. I think that that's always been like a problem with couples. Let's say you have like a hetero couple. If he's got a girl that is a friend with his, she's always going to wonder, are you hooking up with her? I had a friend, Lori, for years and years, and we never hooked up. And Susan was always like, I don't really trust her around you. And like, trust me when I tell you, Lori and I have no attraction. And then Susan hung out with her and met her a few times. She's like, yeah, I totally get it. She understands there's nothing there. But I think in like probably any couple like that, even gay couples, is like, okay, you got two women or two guys.
Yeah.
Then there's this really good friend that you hang out with a whole lot. What's going on there?
Well, because you've heard that line being crossed so often between people. So it's like, of course, your mind is going to wonder.
She's just a friend. That's all.
Yeah.
He's just a friend. Well, here's what we can do. We can set a little trap for Alex. We can call him up and say, hey, take a survey. It's your bank or it's your phone company. Take a survey. And as your reward, we're going to send a dozen roses. Oh, my God, that'd be so cool. Free roses. Great. Alex, who would you like to send those to? The right answer would be Caitlin. There's nobody else that he should be sending roses to. The wrong answer would be Logan.
Or anyone else.
Or anybody else, really. So sit tight for a second, Caitlin. We'll make that phone call in a second. Meantime, what do you think? Have you been down this road where they say they're just a friend, then it turns out, oh, he got her pregnant. Yeah, he got his friend pregnant. Now they're married. Or maybe you were on the other side of that one. You were seeing somebody and you were just friends, and then all of a sudden it crossed the line and you weren't friends anymore. What do you think is going on with Alex? And is it appropriate to text your female coworker what he texted her? There's so many questions, Fallon. Let us know. Send a text to KDWB1. Call 651-989-KDWB. And attorney Jonathan Fogel is on the phone. We'll be talking with him to get his take on this, too, coming up.
The 3 C's of The Dave Ryan Show. Comedy, companionship, and coffee. You provide your own coffee, by the way. The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB. Back to the War of the Roses on The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
War of the Roses proudly brought to you by 1-800-ASK-GARY. 1-800-ASK-GARY. And then we have attorney Jonathan Fogel on. No connection at all, because one is 1-800-ASK-GARY, and then we have Jonathan Fogel, who's a divorce attorney. Always a little insight for you into the whole War of the Roses. So if you missed it, she walked in, he was voice to texting, and he said something very naughty and very inappropriate. He's like, it's my friend. And it turned out this friend that he thought she was thinking was a guy the whole time is not a guy.
No, Logan is a girl.
Yeah. So we're talking about the whole friendship turning into something else and the whole thing. I literally got a text that says this. You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got... Okay. I like this one. It's a text at KDWB1 that says, my ex-wife had a male friend, in quotes. We ended up getting a divorce because she had a kid with this friend.
Oh, no.
While we were still married. Wow, they were still married and she had a kid. I wonder how long she let the illusion go on that it was his and not the other guy's.
This text says, I think if he was cheating, he would not have said that out loud. He'd be more discreet, at least I'd hope. And someone else said, maybe he's telling her what he likes in the bedroom for advice in his current relationship. Is it possible? Yes, absolutely. Is it probable? Nope. Not even a little. He's cheating.
Not even a little. He's cheating. Well, it's kind of like when somebody said that they got abducted by space aliens and they disappeared and didn't come home for like 4 days or whatever. Is it possible they got abducted? Sure. Is it likely?
No.
Probably not.
Here's one with someone who actually says this is possible. I am a female. My best friend is a guy. We hang out all the time. We have highly inappropriate, crude humor. I would not have this relationship if my husband had not met him, but we're all friends. He is completely okay with it. If this dude hasn't introduced them, then he's cheating.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Well, it goes back to like my friend Lori. We're going to make the phone call here in a second. There's just so many text messages. I want to read a couple of more. This one says, I'm a single female. I've lost many male friends over the years when they start getting serious with girlfriends or wives due to the fact that I am a single female and their significant other doesn't want them to be friends with me. So in other words, she just wants to be friends with these guys. But when they hook up or meet up with somebody that they care about, she gets jealous of this person who texted in. I once dated a guy who would always tell me his best friend, it was a girl, was only his friend. He literally said, she's like a sister. We broke up after 5 years together. 2 months later, they were dating. 10 months later, they're having their first kid. Now they have 2 kids. They are not together. They practically hate each other, but they're great co-parents. He and I are still good friends and make fun of him all the time. Okay. Then somebody said, I know this exact family you're talking about. And they're like, are their parents' names this and this and this? I'm like, I don't know.
We did not ask them for their family tree,
I'm not
unfortunately.
going to out a specific family on here.
You'll notice we bleep out last names during War of the Roses for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we don't want everyone then rushing to Facebook.
Can you imagine?
I've missed edits a few times. I'll be honest. It's been a long time. It's been probably 5 years, but once or twice it happened, and I'm like, oh, hey, oh no.
All right, let's get back to it. We'll make the phone call right now on War of the Roses, then talk to Jonathan Fogel from Fogel Family Law next.
Give you a dozen long stem romantic roses. Alex, we can get those out for you pretty quickly. We'll do it this week. But I do need to grab, of course, a couple of pieces of information so we can send those to the right person. First thing, obviously the name. Who would you like to send your roses to?
Yeah, if you could please send them to Logan.
Great. And then, as you know, most flowers come with a card. What would you like the card to say?
How about meet you on the stairs?
You getting some sweet ass on those stairs?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, boy. Fallon, you want to explain it to him? I explain every week. Do you want to explain what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I feel like you kind of should figure it out, Alex, with the random guy asking about you hooking up with someone on the stairs. It is not a legit company. It is a sketchy radio station. We work for a radio station in Minneapolis. That's Dave. I'm Fallon. And your girlfriend, Caitlin, she's actually on the phone. She wanted to see who you would send flowers to because you've been acting sketchy with the coworker named Logan, who you sent the roses to, by the way. First off, not even letting her know that it's a female. Then she caught you sending the sketchy text message. So now you've sent flowers to Logan, and Caitlin's been listening this entire time. So,
as you admitted that you're
yes.
hooking up on the stairs,
so
too.
Caitlin.
I'm not hooking up. I didn't say that. First of all, I'm ambushed. I'm confused. That's why I said, yeah, I don't know what any of this is. Baby, if you're on the line, this is insane that you're doing this.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Yeah.
She's been awful quiet, though.
Yeah, I can't believe what I'm hearing. This, oh my God,
What? I sent flowers to a friend. What is so weird or wrong about that?
How many times have we heard that over the course of War of the Roses,
It's
Fallon?
the song. They say he just a friend.
Oh my God.
I'll explain. It's fine. It's fine. This is not what.
No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm sorry. This is stupid. Literally, what you told them is stupid. That you're like, getting some ass on the stairs.
Really? You're obviously emotional right now. And
Oh, God.
What?
Good
Wow.
one. Yeah.
look, I'm coming over to your place right now. Let's just please talk about this in person. I can.
No, just stop.
Absolutely explain.
Just stop, okay? You're better off not talking. We've been together for so long. Like, why are you doing this now?
We've been together
Just
so
be an
long, so
honest
you should
person.
know me. You should know that I'm an honest, decent, loyal guy. This isn't something that I would do. It's all a major misunderstanding.
I thought you were. But now
Look,
you're
your
pulling
jealousy
this
is
on
getting the better of your logic right now. You're not making any sense. People send flowers to their friends all the time.
I'm not making any sense. You could have sent flowers
you're not.
to me. Dude.
Yeah, I send flowers to you all the time.
Oh, really? So this special occasion would be different. You now send them to some random chick that you work with. You know what, Alex? Well, maybe she should lick your hairy ball and let her know to expect a mouthful of pubes.